right, good evening, everybody. This is Sandy Gabe, and I am your host tonight. And this is our second session, I think, of the year for the peer group. Our first session was how to update your branch website if it's nationally hosted. This one is how to work with images within Canva. So that's what our focus is going to be tonight. I'm Sandy Gabe, and I'm the peer group chair this year and past president of California. So tonight's focus is images. I got a variety of requests of things to cover tonight, wildly different from each other. But I am going to focus on imaging tonight. And those other topics, some of you I answered directly about your question. I got a couple of more just a few minutes ago. I will answer those offline, and we can take a look at whether any of those other topics might be good topics for a future session. So we're going to focus on images. I am going to do a little bit of overview of Canva. But if you are unfamiliar with Canva, you might want to start with looking at getting started with Canva. And if you go to the AAUW California website, and on the top, you can see branch tools. And then on the first line of all those boxes, it says webinars. And the webinar is in there, and it was in 2025. It was last June or July. I have to admit, Canva is prolific with tools. And even looking at what to talk about today for images, there's so many options. I had to really kind of narrow it down in terms of what we're going to talk about. So tonight we're going to cover some basic concepts about why Canva, for those of you who might not even know what the tool does. I'm going to talk a little bit about pricing. And then we're going to talk about image management, and that's sizing and resizing, downloading and uploading, how to modify them. And there's some cool tools on Canva to make changes to your images. And then social media, because a lot of you are going to use these images either on your website or for your social media campaign. So I'm going to go over that. And I'm going to do that in part by demoing a few things. So I'm going to make a Zoom background. So you can see Randa and I both have an AAUW background, and so does Bobby. And we'll show you, I'll show you how to do that. I also wanted to show you how to make a consistent sized set of images. So Toby, this one's for you. When you have something that you want to use, usually on your website, that has like maybe different years, but you want to have the same size image, it's a very easy way to do that. Isabel is going to go on a journey with us on how to take some of those images and make a video out of them. So let's say you have an event and you want to put them together in a different way. You don't want to do a gallery. I have to admit that the branch website image tools and display tools they're not the best. So if you use a gallery, they're not. So Isabel is interested in putting them together into a video that we can then post. So we'll look at that. And had a question about newsletters. So I'm going to look at a couple of different types of newsletters. And then if we have time, some of you have asked about the banner, your website banner, and specifically people have asked, how do you get a rotating picture on your banner? And do you have to have National do that? And you don't. You can do it yourself. So I'm going to show you how to do that. So let's get started. Why Canva? Canva is, if you don't have any experience at all, and you're not a graphic designer, but you have a message you want to put out, Canva can help you do it very, very, very easily. You don't have to have a lot of skill. You can use something that's already there and modify it and come up with some really great ideas. And limited time. You don't have to spend a lot of time on this. You can spend a lot of time. You can definitely go down the rabbit hole and watch a bunch of videos and stuff like that about how to use the tool and all of the additional add-ons that they have to the basic set, which can take you hours. It's also a drag and drop. You don't need any coding. You just move images around and text around. You don't have to download an application. It's browser based, so you can use it anywhere. And there are thousands of templates. So you don't have an idea, you can look at the templates and create something that's unique for you very easily without having to start from scratch. So pricing, there is a free version, and the difference between the free version and the pro version is that pro version offers more images, templates, storage, and tools. And this, if you want to find this, you can look on the Canva website. You can also Google, and for those of you who've taken my classes before, I Google all the time. I don't know something, I say Canva pricing, and it boop pops up, and then I'm right there. So, so those are the two. There are 4 different versions, but these are the 2 that are really affordable for us. Premium, and you'll notice this as we're working today, premium anything has this little crown on it. So you can see a picture that you really like and it's premium. It's not available on the free version. And I have the premium version or the pro version, so I can't tell you what it costs. I think you can buy credits and buy some of these, but we do the pro version at California. And my recommendation is if you're trying to decide whether you want to use it, get the free version and just get your feet wet and see if you like it. And once you get going and you say, oh my gosh, look at, I want all these pictures and stuff, then you can decide whether you want to spend the $120 a year to add, 2 million more templates, 100 million more, 30 million more premium photos and videos. So you'll get a very quick idea if you like using the tool, if there's something else that you want to do with it. It is free for nonprofits, and I want to clue you into it has to be an officially registered as a charitable nonprofit in your country, so in the US. And 501c4s, which all of our branches are 501c4s, is not a nonprofit, is not a charitable nonprofit by their eyes. So you have to be a 501c3. And when you go to the site and you can say Canva for nonprofits, it'll bring up a whole little section and you click through it and it will ask you to show your 501c3 status, and you put your name in, and if you can find it, you can use it. If not, you don't. So, all right. So I'm not going to go over this yet. So why don't we go ahead and get started? I think, let me see if I can do this here. So I'm going to stop sharing. All right, and now I'm going to share something else. I'm going to share this screen here. Too many windows. All right, let me do this one. Okay, so this is the basics of Canva. Depending on where you come in, what you click on, your screen changes, and sometimes you can get lost. The thing to remember is if you go up here to this, and if you go to home, it takes you back kind of to the starting point. Because you can go down the rabbit hole here too and be in all these different designs and you've got different windows open and you can't figure out how to get back. Home takes you there. I'm just going to give you a little bit of overview for things that you might take a look at. I'm not going to spend a lot of time here. I'll talk about it as we go through it. These are your options of things to do. So you can do a presentation, you can do social media, you can create a video. These are all of the things that you can create. I want to talk about two things that I think people are getting confused about. I've had people say they want to use Canva so that they can have a better website. You can do that by creating images here and putting them on your website. But if you go to, if you are a nationally hosted website, creating a website vision on here does not get you a website. So just think about that. And they've added a new tool called email, which I haven't tried. That's in the last few months. But generally, what you're going to do is create something here and then use it someplace else. So if you create a newsletter, you're going to download it and then email it out using whatever tool you use today to get your emails out. So whether that's a Google group or if you have MailChimp or something like that, you're going to attach this. And if you're trying to put an image on your website, you're going to upload it to your media library and use it there. So I just want to clarify that they're not connected. They're two different concepts. So this is where you create the cool looking stuff and then you use it someplace else. Okay. All right. So I am, let's see, what did I say I wanted to start with? Making a Zoom background. All right. So does anybody know what size a Zoom background is? Okay. So what do? We Google Zoom. My cat is wanting to join us. Zoom background size in pixels. Okay. So I'm going to go there and it tells me that a recommended Zoom virtual background is 1920 by 1080. Okay, that's important because we are going to use that and we're going to open up a canvas on Canva that is that size. So I'm going to create a design. I don't know if they have any Zoom templates. Zoom background. Ah, there's one, Zoom virtual background. Oh, it's already there. See what I mean? How easy it is? You just have to think of the right words to ask it. So here are several Zoom backgrounds and we can just use one of them. All right, so let's say that we're gonna let's do this one. Now, once you open it, it's going to ask you if you want to customize it, and you want to customize it, or we're going to customize it. And now we get to start playing around with it. So this is a pretty basic background. And let's say that we want to get rid of something. I'm clicking on it, and then I'm going to hit the delete key, and poof, it's gone. All right. We probably don't want a date on our Zoom background unless we were having an event. But let's say that we wanted to put our AAUW logo on here. So I'm going to go over, and can you see my download folder? I don't know if, no, okay, because I didn't share that one. Okay, so I'm going to my download folder and I have a folder of logos and I'm going to pick the California logo and I'm going to put it there. But I've already done that. I have already uploaded it, but you find your logo and then you can go to uploads and you can upload a file. So I'm going to say upload files. And that you can see this now, right? You can see my download. Okay. So I'm going to go to my logos file, and these are for California. And I know that this one is the most recent one. So I'm going to say open that. Okay. And it opens it. And it is now in my uploads file. And I have literally hundreds of things in my upload file. One of the things that Canva, I don't think has done quite so well, or I haven't discovered how they do it, is organize your files like this. You can put things in folders, but it's a little cumbersome. But needless to say, I have lots and lots and lots and lots and lots and lots and lots of pictures in here, including vacations and because I use this for my personal as well. So all I have to do to get that over here is click on it and poof, it goes right into here. Now I can do a lot of things with it. I can resize it. All I have to do is grab a corner and drag it. Okay. And so I can put that up there. But you know what? This background doesn't really work with that logo because of the color difference. So I'm going to take the background and I'm going to delete it. Ah, everything went away. And I'm going to put a new background in it. There are a couple of ways that you can do it. You can go to photos and you can put a photo in. And here's one that happens to be trending. Let's see what else we have. Let's look. Let's say office background. My cat would really like to help. Okay, go away. So let's say that I want something not too busy. Oh, well, that's too dark. I want something with a lighter background. Oh, let's do that. Okay. What it does is it puts a picture in the middle and you want it to be the whole size of the screen. And so the easy thing to do is left click on it. If you left click, you get all of these different options. And I'm going to say set image as background. And it resizes it for the background. You can do that with any picture. Okay, I don't like that one. Let me try, go away. We can try this one. And I'm going to say reset, replace background. Poof, it's done. If you don't want it to look exactly like this, like let's take that background off and let's put this in here. And let's say that we don't really like this green thing over here. We can move it over and make it bigger until that's out of the picture. So we've made a new background and removed that. That piece is still there, but you can resize the picture. And then let's say, oh, I really do want that, I'm going to move this over. So that's how easy it is to add a background. I'm going to go back to this one because I think it's a little better for our purposes. Okay, oops. Replace background. All right, well, all right, here we go. So now I put our logo up here. You can resize it. And it's really helpful sometimes to try these out because when I was first making them, I do a little image like this and oh, that looks really cute. And then my head's right over the logo. So you want to see how it looks. And we probably want to take this off. I don't even know if we want that on there. But you've got AAW California here. All right, so you have it. Very easy to do. And let's say that we want to use this now. So we want to upload it to our Zoom account. What you want to do is share it. And there are a couple of different ways that you can share. So we are going to do download. And your choices are PNG and JPEG. If you're making a bigger document, like if you are making a newsletter, you would download it as a PDF. SVG, you're probably not going to use very much. We're going to use a video later. And a GIF is a short clip that we're going to use later when we do a background on our website. And then this wouldn't be appropriate for a PowerPoint document, but you can download something as a PowerPoint. So let me share with you the differences between PNGs and JPEGs because they're a little mysterious. So a PNG has two characteristics that are important. One is it's called lossless, so you can make copies and copies and copies, and it never loses its crispness. The other huge thing about PNG is that you can do a transparent background, which probably doesn't seem like a big deal, but I have seen so many documents that have a logo on them, and the logo has the ugly white background when it should just have the logo on it, and you don't want a background. So if you do a transparent, then you can get that characteristic. JPEGs are bigger, excuse me, JPEGs are smaller, but every time you save a JPEG, it degrades. So you have to kind of balance what's important to you. So I'm going to download this as a, I'm actually going to download it as a JPEG because I don't need a transparent background. It's going to be on a screen, so smaller size is good. But let me show you, if we were doing a PNG and you wanted a transparent background, it doesn't make any sense here, but I'll show you that in a minute. But a transparent background would be to click here, and then you're going to have a transparent background. So I'm going to do it as a JPEG. I'm going to say download, and it's downloading here, and it's going to go in my downloads folder. And I don't know if I can show this here. Usually it's open in folder, but you probably can't see that because I'm only sharing this one window. So that's how easy it is. Now, a couple of other things we can do to just let me illustrate some of the other characteristics. You see all these dots here? Let's say that oops, that's a line. So I moved it by mistake. I didn't mean to. So I'm going to do Control Z, just like any other program, and that undoes my last thing. You can also go up here and do undo, and Control Z. So I want to highlight these guys, and I want to make them a different color. Let's see if I can. So I want to make them the AAUW blue. Okay, so I highlighted it and then I went and edited it and changed the color. And you can see now that they're blue. Okay, you could do them red or whatever. We can take this line and we could say, oh, I want this line to be red. So you can change a lot of the elements on here just by highlighting it and then editing it. So that's a pretty easy zoom background. You could do any other characteristic that you want. You can also, this is one thing that, so let's say you just want AAUW and you don't want the state or branch, you can just remove it. So I don't know if you saw, I'm going to undo that. So when I click on this, it has a box around it, and I can make it bigger or smaller, but I also get a handle here, and I can remove that just by moving up. Okay, move up, move down. So it's gone. All right. Let's see. Randa, you were the one who recommended backgrounds. Do you have any other things you want to suggest?
Well, I was interested in, on the left-hand side, if you go to the bottom, there's backgrounds all the way at the bottom, or I don't know if it was all the way.
This one here?
That was new to me.
Oh, yeah, that's been there. So, right, so we're using a picture as a background. If you wanted to have something else as a background, these are recently used. There's some categories, like we could say, let's go to the desert. Okay, so I click on it and it changes the background. You can also say what you want. So let's say that I want a blue water color or blue watercolor. And it will sort the images, you know, the millions of images that it has and come up with something. You can also type in something here. So let's say that I want, you can do a magic background. Magic backgrounds work sometimes, sometimes there. So let's do their tropical island sunset. And you say generate background. This is one of their AI tools. And it's going to generate a background for you. You might like it, you might not. I've had some good luck, and I've had some, that's pretty ugly. It does take a little while. Okay, so I think those are kind of ugly myself, but you get the idea. You have to work with the phrases that you want to put in here, and try different things. I know that I don't think Shauna's on. Shauna did a whole bunch of very intricate AI designs, asking for some of her GovTrack logos and ask it to create it. So, and so, you know, you can change any of these backgrounds here. That's kind of ugly. Here's a pretty basic one. So this is under backgrounds. The other place that we went to was pictures, and pictures, where's my pictures? Pictures, pictures, pictures. Where is it? Photos, sorry, that's why. And then you can search in here also. I kind of like this one. I think that one's kind of cool. I probably would move this over here. I'd probably get rid of that sort of thing. It looks like a Turkish bath actually. So, so that's one option. I think it's only in the pro version you can set up a brand, and in your brand you can put logos in your brand. And so I have loaded all of the logos that we use for AAUW. So if I just want a blue one, I'm gonna choose my blue one and make it smaller. I'm gonna stick that up there. I have a clear one. Let's say that our background, let's change our background to something darker. All right, we're going to be in a paneled room, and I'm going to get rid of this, and I'm going to use the white one. So you can, oops. You can move it around like that. Okay. All right, I think that's a good concept for backgrounds. Let's see. Making a consistent, let me see what's the next one. Making a consistent size set of images. Okay, Toby, this one's for you. So I'm going to go back home, and you'll see that what we were just working on is here. This private versus AAUW has to do with the fact that we have a pro account, and I've set up a team for AAUW California. So the communications team works in that sandbox, so to speak, and we can comment, we can share our designs with each other. And we do this when we're doing social media or any of our collateral. And then we ask other people on the team to take a look at it and QA it and make sure that there aren't any typos and that sort of thing. So right now, this is private because I didn't do that. But there is one thing that I frequently forget to do, and I want to share that with you, is I almost always, where's my, give me my, I forget to change the name. I always forget to change the name.
Me too.
Where is it? It's my project. There we go. So it says blue and white corporate virtual meeting Zoom background. Probably want a different name than that. So I'm just going to highlight here. I'm going to double click and or Control A. And I'm going to say 2026 Zoom background. If I could type. So now it's there. And that's important when you download things, because when it goes to your download folder, it takes this name with it. So you may not recognize blue and white Zoom background. All right. So now Toby raised a question about how do we make, she wanted to make year signs for her website that were consistent. So it would be 2005 or 2025, 2026, that sort of thing. She was having a hard time getting them to be the same size. So,
That isn't it, Sandy.
okay, what is it, Toby?
It was, I would, on one slide, or we'll call it picture, 2023-2024. Then another one, I wanted 2024- to 2025. But no matter how I put the numbers in, and I put them in correctly, what would pop up would be incorrect years.
Okay, well, I'm going to show that. I don't
Good.
know exactly what was happening there, but an easy way to do that is to create a new, we're going to do a new canvas. And I really like to do social media. This is my square. I go to Instagram and I do a square. And that's what I use all the time. So let's say that we're going to create that year thing. And I'm going to do a background. And I'm going to do a background. What do you like, Toby?
I'm
You want
purple.
something neutral?
Purple.
Purple.
Mm.
Okay. Okay, we'll do that. Okay. So that's our background. And
Mm-hmm.
now I want to put in the text that she was talking about. And if you just hit text, you get add a heading, add a subheading. These are just different sizes. And these text styles will happen for all of your designs unless you change them. So if you are trying to get your team to always do things that look the same, this is an ideal way to say, this is the font we always want to use. You can always change it, but if you're working with a team, so I'm going to do add a heading and I'm going to say 2025 to 2026. All right. And now I can resize it. Okay. And then I can move it around so that you'll see these red handles come up. Let's see. I don't know. You can see the one in the middle. Harder to see. Okay, so we got the one in, so you see the crosshairs there? I just kind of moved it until it's in the middle, if that's where you want it. But when you want to do a series like this, the easiest thing to do is to go up here and say duplicate page. So now I have two of them, and now I'm just going to change 25 to 26 and 26 to 27. And I can keep doing that. I'm going to duplicate that and say 27 to 28. So now they all look the same. So
I hear you. It looked like that, and then when I saved it, the numbers changed.
okay, I can't explain that. I can show you. So we're going to say, I'm going to years. I'm going to call this years. Okay. And then I'm going to add a page title because when you download them, they all look the same. So I'm going to say 2025 to 2026. Then I'm going to call this page 2026 to 2027. Oops. Yeah. And then 2027 2028. Okay, so I have 3 of them. They all look the same. Now, I'm going to download it like this, but you also could say, I just want the same size, but I want them to all have a different background. But I want the text in the middle to be the same. So I could take this text and I could go to my backgrounds and I could change the background. And so the square will be the same size and the year will be the same size within that, but it'll have a different background. So now I'm going to go up to share, which is where we find our downloads. I'm going to say download, and there's no transparent background on that, so I don't really care. And I'm going to say you can select 1, 2, or 3 of the pages, or you can select them all. If you select them all, it's going to download as a zip file, and then you have to unzip the file. If you do them individually, they will, it takes longer, but then you get an individual file for each one. Just kind of depends on what you want to do. So I'm going to say download. All right. So I do not know. Tell me if you can you see my download folder?
No, but is this different than saving it onto Canva as one of your projects of what you're doing?
They're 2 different things. So this is your project, and I downloaded it so you could use it someplace else. Okay, so that you could use it on your website, for instance. So it's going to come in as a file. So let's see if I can share my downloads folder. Okay, so I have in my downloads folder, I have a folder now called years zip. Okay, I'm going to open that and I'm going to say extract all. And it asks you where you want to extract it. I'm going to extract it in the download folder. This is kind of not Canva stuff, but it's going to extract it. I'm going to, I don't know if I said extract all. I think I did. All right, so here's my years zip folder. And in that folder, I have 3, oops, I think this is still zipped. I have 3, 2020, oops, I apologize. That's one I was playing with earlier in prep for this. So that I go back here. And it was years 1, okay. Okay, so now you see that you have 3 images. They're all the same size. The text is all the same size. And you've got 25, 26, 26, 27, 27, 28. So you can do that for a lot of things. If you're on your website and you want to do a featured image or something like that, and you want them to all be the same, you can use this strategy to just copy and duplicate and then change the elements that you need to change. And then you don't have to guess, is the text the same size? Is the box the same size? They're all the same size. Okay. All right.
Somebody asked about compressing something. Are you going
to? If you're going to do it on, let's look at that. So if you compress the file, and these are premium features, okay, because they have the little crown there. If you compress it, you're going to get lower quality. And on your website, it probably doesn't matter. But if you're doing it in a document, I probably wouldn't do that. I would leave it full size. And I would use another tool. If I was putting it in a PDF, for instance, I would put it in full size, and then I would compress the whole PDF. Because if you compress your picture and put it in the document and then make a PDF out of it and compress it again, your images can get really raggedy looking. Oh, So are you watching the chat? Sorry, Miranda. Thank you. Ah, let's see. WordPress only allows 2.5 megabyte to upload. Yeah, most of the images that you're going to create here are not going to be that big. Why not use brand? I have my logos there and it automatically gives you corresponding colors. Yes, but not everybody's done that, Isabel. That's why I showed you can put them in your brand, and then I put in a color palette and I have all of our logos, and then I can just use that. Remember speech track? So yeah, and your colors come up here. Let's see, can you make a page on your website with a background? That's a different thing, Bonnie. So yes, you can use a background on your website. It I think it's a little bit of a challenge with our theme, in that the text is black. So unless you're going to use a really light background, it's hard to make that work. Like, it's hard to make colors, white font work on the website. And do you ever click compress file? Okay, got that one. All right. So let's see, what else were we going to do? Make a video. Okay, Isabel, are you ready? So Isabel is going to be our guinea pig tonight. And what she's going to do is I'm going to stop sharing and she's going to share her screen. Let's see, stop sharing. And let me say that you can share. Grab the corner. Okay.
I set?
Yeah, you should be able to share. Can you
Okay.
share now?
Yep.
Okay.
Okay. So you want me on Canva first, correct?
You do. I want you on Canva.
Okay. So here's my Canva, and I already uploaded the photos onto it.
I don't think
Okay.
you're sharing. Can you share first?
Oh, I thought I did. No? Let's see.
It's at least two steps. Share, pick the window, and then say share again.
Okay. Hmm. Let me go back to Zoom. Oh, where am I here? Share. Pick the window. Sorry.
It's
There I
okay. Hey,
am.
Randa, can you, Jean Reed is trying to get in, or was trying to get in. Can you resend her or
I'm
send her
here.
an-
I'm here. I've got it.
Oh, you
I've
did.
got it.
Okay.
Mm,
Okay, good. I just went to my email while I was waiting. Okay,
there it is.
Isabel, so
Sure. Got
there you
it.
go.
Okay.
Okay, so what we're going to do is create a video. So you can either go to the create button on the left, or you can go to the video button kind of in the middle.
Okay.
And you can choose what kind of video you want. I'm going to suggest that we just do a basic one. You can do really fancy things. I've done vacation videos where I chose a template that was for vacation and then I dropped my pictures in. But for your purposes, I think we can just start with a basic one. So just that landscape video. Okay. Now, you're going to, if you haven't already, you're going to do uploads. And
I've
then,
already got them here.
okay, so are they already there?
They're here. Uh-huh.
Okay, so you're gonna, you can drag them all. I think you can,
Can I click on
yep,
them? Select.
yep,
So we're just going to select.
yep.
So I'm just doing this as an end of year program and I want to do a video. One of the reasons I want to learn how to do this is because we are limited on space on our website. And
Yeah.
Sandy suggested that this live off site and we just put a link on. I have done like a short gallery type of a video on Canva and
Uh-huh.
saved it on Canva and used that link on our website. or in our newsletter. I think you did it on our newsletter. So that was good. But we've now created a YouTube page, so this is exciting. Okay, so I'm going to upload these. I'm going to
Now you just drag them over.
drag them
Just
over.
physically drag them over to where it says drag and drop media, where that plus sign is on the right-hand side.
Right-hand side here.
Just drag them
Okay.
all over there.
No, that's not working.
So you want to grab the ones that are highlighted and physically hold it down the left key and drag it over.
Okay, I'm left keying, but it's not dragging. Move. Oh, maybe that's it. No,
That's moving it to a
that's
folder.
moving it to the folder.
Yeah.
Okay. It's not dragging.
So we should be able to drag down to the bottom. You see where it says plus, drag and drop.
Well, I see, but it just moves the timer on there.
Okay, I don't think you have them selected, but go ahead and do the plus instead, and let's see.
Okay, so I'm going to,
The plus on where it says drag and drop media. Click on the
Ye-
plus there.
yeah, it keeps picking that up.
Okay.
Oh,
And you're going to
upload.
already uploaded them.
Right.
Let me try on mine. Let's see what's happening.
See what's happening.
Let's
Because I'm
see.
not getting, it's just moving my,
Oh,
that's weird.
create video.
Once they're on there, are they able to change the order? Or do you have to
Yeah.
put it in the order you want?
No, you can move them around. So I'm going to do a landscape video. I'm going to go to my uploads. I'm just trying to see what's happening.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Click on uploads. Right. You're already there, huh?
Yeah.
Huh.
That's weird. It just keeps moving the time bar on there.
Yeah. Well, that's not helpful, is it?
No, it's not.
Let's see if I do this. Add media. Add media. Uploads.
Unselect those.
Well, I have done this.
Well, do I have to do it one at a time then?
Well, you're not supposed to. You're supposed to be able to.
I'm supposed to be able to click them and add them, right?
If that works, yeah. Go ahead and do that. And
Okay.
let's just do, we'll do a few. There you go. There you go.
Okay. Just for the sake of playing. Oops.
Yep. Okay.
Okay.
So there are a couple of things you can do on your video. So you can move, as somebody asked, you can move them around.
Rearrange them.
You can rearrange them just by dragging them from one place to another. So what you did was you grabbed the edge. That's not going to move it. What that
Oh.
does, that made that one picture 12.8 seconds long.
Got it. So I'm going to undo that.
Yeah, you can undo.
Okay.
But if you grab the whole picture and move it like that, where you've got the finger, and then move it, there you go.
Ah, got it. Okay.
Okay. So you can rearrange them that way. And so the images that you have right now is 40 seconds long. And I would say, 2 to 3 minutes is a good length of time for a video. Longer than that, you're going to lose people.
Right.
You can aim for 2 to 3 minutes.
Okay.
But let's just see what that looks like. So if you take your cursor and go all the way over to 0 seconds and click over at the beginning, there you go.
No, it didn't move
Or
it.
drag the little carrot, yeah, whichever.
Okay, there we go.
There you go. And then if you click play, you can see what happens. Okay, so it goes through each of the videos. So a
Now,
couple of things you can do. So if you can pause this. You can do transitions between the video. So if you go between the first and second video as an example, or picture as an example, and right click in there. So you're going to add transition. And you can swipe, dissolve,
Oh,
slide.
dissolve.
You just kind
Got
of
it.
play with these and see
Mm-hmm.
what you want to do. And when you do that, you'll see there's that little double purple
Mm-hmm.
triangle.
Right.
And that is what's going on.
And you can
You,
change the time here for the dissolving.
you can change the time for the transition. You can always change also change the time on the video, excuse me, on the picture. So how you dragged, like the ones that you have where you have a lot of words, if you really want people to read them, those
Right.
need to be longer. So
Longer.
you just grab the edge of that. Right now, the first one is 5 seconds. If you grab, do you see how it made little white bars on the edge? You want to
Uh-huh.
grab the right white bars on the right. And then now it's getting longer. And then
5.9. Okay. I see that.
to the
Now,
next one.
what about, so let's say this photo is too big. The second, so it's cutting off her face. Um, is there any way to fix that kind of stuff?
You probably need to fix that before you drop it in.
Okay. Got it.
Yeah.
Is
If
there a
you,
recommended size on the images and for the videos?
let's see. Yes, there is. Let's see. Let me look that up while you're doing that. Oh, I lost my, there we go. Actually, I think I put it in the thing. Zoom background. Nope. All right. So recommended size for Canva video. It's 1920 by 1080 is the size of a screen
Okay.
shot there. So yeah, you can adjust those, but you'll have to adjust them, I believe, before you pull them
Before.
in. I don't know what happens if you double click on them and see if it allows you to.
Yeah, I don't see it. I hit edit here for this page, but it doesn't,
You can make changes here, right? You can.
right. Oops.
Oh,
Oh, crop. I
you can
wonder, oh,
crop it. So grab the corner and see if you can pull it down.
no, it's not allowing me to do that.
Yeah.
Let's see.
So a couple of things to kind of work on there, but you can do the transition. If you right click on that transition between 1 and 2 slides, just right click on the transition itself. So go over, get out
Oh,
of
to
here.
the, sorry, here?
Yeah, and then right click.
Mm-hmm.
That's not
Nope.
that's your a different program.
Ah,
That's something else.
that's something else.
So
That's,
go up to change transition. I have that happen sometimes where I have
there it
another
is.
there you go.
Oh, okay.
If you go down to the bottom of this page, you can
Chop.
apply between all scenes. So if you wanted them to all be the same, you can do that and apply it to all the scenes. So now if you start your video, you'll see that between each of them, you have the same transition. And for consistency, for kind of ease on the mind or ease on the eyes. Okay, so that transition is also a little short. I probably would do a longer transition.
Right.
And so again, if you do the first one and then say apply to all, so I might make that, right now you've got a transition of 0.3 seconds. So if you highlight the first transition there,
Oops.
or actually you can highlight any of them and then we'll use that apply to all. But there you go, and do change transition. And then change your duration here to maybe 2 seconds. No, this is 0.2, so you want to go further to the right. You
Oh,
want like
gotcha.
at least a
You actually
second.
wanted 2 seconds. Got it.
Yeah, try
Okay.
that. And then at the bottom, do apply between all scenes. And now, I don't know, did you pick that at the bottom? I couldn't tell.
I did. I think
And
we
then,
got to the, yeah.
yeah, I'll go down a little further. It's apply to all. Oh, maybe it's
Yeah,
not
it
highlighted.
won't go down anymore.
Okay. Okay, I think
I'm
maybe
having all kinds of issues tonight.
it's not highlighted anymore. But if you go
Oh,
back
good.
to and take a look at that,
Well, it's weird. It's not giving me the apply to all.
Well, I think if you just play it again, I think it did apply to all.
Yeah, I thought it did too.
I think it did. It was there, Isabel, and I think you did click on it.
That's what I thought. Yeah.
well, you can see that this one is going to be a couple of seconds, but this next one is just going to be a straight transition. Oh, maybe it is longer.
Yeah.
Okay, now go ahead and stop this. You want
Okay.
some audio.
Yes, so thank you. How do we
So-
add audio?
So go down to the add audio on the bottom, on the
Down here. Mm-hmm.
say add audio.
Gosh, I'm always getting that little click here.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you can go up to free soft background music for video. And it tells you how long the music is. So we know that this is 40 seconds right now. So we need something that's longer, like go to mysterious background.
Okay.
And it added it right at the place where your cursor was.
Oh,
So
so I
you
want it
just
at the beginning.
you want it. So you need to drag the video.
That back.
You need to drag the audio. Drag the purple bar over.
Purple bar. Oh, gotcha. This purple bar.
Yep,
Drag it
that over.
all the way over.
Yep. And
Okay.
then go ahead and try playing it. I'm not sure if we'll hear it because I'm not sure if you turned on share music or not. I don't think so. I'm not hearing it.
You can't hear it. I can hear it. It's very mysterious.
Yeah.
Halloween style.
What if she
So
what if she wanted to add on a title at the beginning of the video?
yeah, so you
I
could
actually, yeah. So I'm because I can't hear myself over the music. I actually have like one of the photos I have is like the door that's entering the building for that day. If I wanted to add a title, how do I do that?
so think of each of these is just an image. So if you have an image of your door,
Mm-hmm.
you drag it and put it at the beginning. So you're just going to put that picture that you made in there.
So can I add it right now?
Yeah, if you can
Once
find
it's
it.
already there? Okay, so let's do, so we've got this door here. I'm gonna add it.
So just move it to
Okay.
the,
So now I'm gonna move this to the front because I don't know where it is right now.
I think it's there. I think it's at your, to the right of that. So go down, there you go. And
Oh,
just,
there it is. Okay.
yep.
Okay.
Could she type something in saying like date or the name of this
Yeah,
or
this is just an image, so she can adjust it. She could put words on this. She could put a date. Yep.
So here I can do text here.
Well, you, on that image, you want to
Yeah.
adjust that image. You can try edit. I don't know if it will let you, I don't know if it'll let you add text. Hit the text button. Yeah, do that.
Oh
So
yeah,
yeah,
it does here. Okay.
yeah.
Or actually I'll do Oh, I guess I can, hold on.
So double click.
Double click, yeah.
And then change the text, and then you can change. Um,
Okay, so I don't know. Oh, I'm gonna do the color too, but end of year celebration. And then I'll highlight it all and change the color to white so you can see it, and bold. And then I can move it. Okay. Oh, cool. All right.
okay. So you probably want to do other things to here, but let's just take the next step. So you want to
Okay.
go to share.
Okay. File we're gonna download.
Oh yeah, you can do it that way too. There's so
Oh,
many
I
ways
should,
to do things, you know?
right. Let's see, video demo, download. I gotta move my gallery here. So here's the video. Yes.
Yep.
Okay. Download.
Yep. So it's going to take a couple of minutes to do the download. Depends on
Okay.
your speed of your internet connection. But I'm going to just talk through what to do with that. So on your websites, I don't recommend trying to put this in your media library because they're big. I recommend that you create a YouTube channel for yourself, which Isabel's team has done. And you're going to go to create in the upper right-hand corner. And then when the video is done, you're going to say upload video.
Okay.
And upload video, then you're going to follow the prompts. And
Mm-hmm.
it'll give you a place to put, it'll guess on what image you want on the front, but you can always do a screenshot like of that, or take that opening image that you have and put that in as your thumbnail so that it looks the same as your video, and then answer the questions. The only problem, well, the one problem I've had a lot with YouTube is if you're trying to do a demo, like I frequently do, where there looks like there's data, even though it's demo data, YouTube doesn't know that, and it will frequently deny posting it because it thinks it's personally identifiable information, and that's kind of a pain in the butt. So she's going to say open, and then it's going to upload the file, and then it gives you a place to put the title and the description, and then it processes and it looks for some of those things to make sure that there's
Mm-hmm.
no copyright infringement, that sort of thing. And then when it's done, you can take that video link and click on it and copy it, and then you can use that on your website. And you could use a button, or on the website, you can, when this is done, you can go to share, and there's a embed, and you can
So
just click on the URL and put that in the website.
yeah, so this is the copy video link, and
Yep.
then that's what you would put onto there. Okay.
Right. And it should open up a YouTube box on your website
Okay.
with a preview of the video.
All right. I'm not going to save it. Is that okay?
That's fine. Yeah.
It's just like,
I know it's not the right one yet.
yeah, that's not the one I want. Okay, so if I go here, I can delete it from here?
Yeah, you can just delete it.
Delete forever. Okay.
Yep.
I understand. Delete.
Yeah. Good
Okay.
job.
All
Good job.
right. Okay. Well,
Right.
thank you. That's very
Oh,
helpful. I'll stop sharing here.
okay. And
Okay.
is Patricia here?
There she is.
Okay. All right. Where are you? Raise your hand. Can't see you. There you are. Okay. So the other thing that we were going to talk about is newsletters. So I'm going to share my screen. Oh, let me think about which. Let me find my screen and figure out which one I want to share. Okay, I want to share my Canva screen. So this is the one I want to share. I'm going to share this. Oops. Share. Okay. Can you see my email? Okay. All right. So, Patricia asked about newsletters and how to create a newsletter. And she sent me one of her newsletters and said she wanted to do something like this. Okay, I'm going to, where is it? Where is it? Download, download, download. There we go. Okay, I'm hoping if I open it here, you'll be able to see it. Okay, can everybody see it?
Yes.
Okay, so she has a banner at the top and she's got some branch information, and then she was interested in doing something sort of streamlined with just a little bit of text and an image, a little bit of text and an image. Okay, so I'm gonna share with you about newsletters. Let me go back to my home. Okay. Now, the easiest thing we can do is do newsletters, newsletter template. Oh, actually, let's go to template and say newsletters. Well, that's probably the easier way. Okay. And you get all of these different ideas about how to lay your newsletter out. For those of you who have used design tools where you have a text box and it floats into another page, this is not like that. This is very much what you see is what you get. And these newsletters you can are a starting point for creating a design. A lot of them are premium. You can see the little premium thing here. But I tried to find one that mimicked what Patricia was trying to do. And these are much more busy than what she's looking for. So I said, rather than do that, let's create a blank. Okay. So we just have a blank page. And if she wants to set up something that looks like what she's done before, I'm going to show you how to do that. So let's see, can I?
Sandy, are you still wanting to share your entire screen versus just Canva? Just asking.
No, no, I just want to share my Canva screen. Can you see my Canva screen?
We see the
whole thing.
Oh, okay. Well, that's fine.
Although it's too small for us.
Okay. Put your glasses on, Toby.
That's Isabel.
Oh, Isabel, sorry. Sounded like Toby.
It's small.
You guys have similar voices. Okay, so this is, so she has a header at the top, and then she has a logo and the date, and then some text. Okay. And so I'm going to try to recreate something like that on here. So I downloaded some of her images and I'm just going to float them in. So I uploaded some of them already. So here's her header. All right. So it works just like, this is just a bigger canvas than the other ones that we looked at. So I put it in here and I can just drag it around. Okay. Oops, I'm in the danger zone. I can make it bigger like that. I could make, the whole thing fit here. Hers had, I think, a little border around it. So I could do that. I can center it. Okay, so I have the heading there. And now I want to add some text and some pictures. So hers looked like she had food and she had the October meeting. And so, hang on, newsletter, actually, put this into a Word file so that I could copy it over. Okay. Where is it? There it is. Okay. So, so this is kind of what we're aiming for. We're aiming for some text and a picture. So I could use your picture, or I could say the first article is about a cheese class. So I'm going to copy this. I'm copying it, and then I'm just going to draw. All I'm doing is Control V to paste. All right. Too big, right? Too big. So there are a couple things we can do. We can just grab it and make it smaller and then move it over here. And then she had a picture of cheese. I'm gonna have to, when you copy from a PDF, you generally have to do cleanup. I don't have the source document, so I did this. So this is the October meeting. I'm gonna make that bold. I'm gonna make this up here alignment. Instead of it being centered, I'm going to make it left justified. And then I'm going to put a picture of cheese in here. All right, so this is gonna hold a class on cheese. So I'm just gonna click this one looks good. All right, so it goes in there. It's too big. Gonna grab the corner, gonna make it smaller. And did you notice the red line on the bottom there? So there's a red line that comes up here when I drag it right there. So it is aligning the bottom of this box with this box. And you see the lines on the top between the cheese and the October meeting? Do you see those red dashed lines? So it is lining them up. The other thing you can do is highlight both of them, and I'm highlighting them by holding down the Shift key, and I'm going to position, and I'm saying align elements top. Okay? And then I can make this bigger or smaller, but I really want it to line up with that. All right, so that's going to kind of be my template. And in her version, there was some bolding. So I'm just going to highlight that and say bold or Control B. Oops, I got the M. I don't think we want the M. Let's unbold that. Okay, so you get the idea. You can do that. Now, let's say that she had a November. See, she had November meeting, and we will learn what we can do to harden our home and property for fire safety. All right, so I like this design here, and I'm going to copy it. So I highlight both of them, and I say copy, and then I say paste. And oh my gosh, look, now I have exactly the same thing, but I need to change the content. So this picture, I want to do a photo of fire. I mean, you can use your own pictures, but I'm just showing you some of the things. So let's say that we wanted to do fire like this. That looks good. So how do you get this picture into this spot? It's so easy. I'm dragging it. I'm holding down the left mouse button and I'm dragging it, and it goes right inside that box. Poof. And then for this, I'm going to put that November message in there. Oops, you guys are in my way. I'm going to copy that November message, and I highlighted it. You can do Control A, just like any other program. Control A, Control C to copy, Control V to paste. All of those same tools work here. So I highlighted it, and now I'm going to do Control V. which is, this was the content from that. And we have to do a little cleanup. I'm going to make that left justified. I'm going to take the bold off. And I think we probably have to add November meeting up there. So I'm going to highlight this meeting. And I'm going to go to the beginning of this line. I'm going to say meeting. I'm going to say November. And I'm going to center that. And so that's as easy as it is. Now you could adjust this, you know, move it down so it's in the middle. You could also say, I want to alternate my pictures and I want to have text on one side and pictures on the other side. So I'm just going to move this over here and then I'm going to move this over there. And I'm going to move this up here and I need to make it smaller so that it fits there. I'm just going to squeeze it in. So we could also move this over here and line it up. This looks like it's too big. So
Sandy,
Patricia,
asking, are you trying to replicate it or are you trying to make a template for future?
I'm just trying to replicate it at this point in time. You could, so in terms of making a template, you could set this up and then just replace the content each month. So you could save this and then open it up and then save it as the next month.
Would you want to make a copy of it first though, right? So that you're not replacing this?
Yeah.
Or, yeah.
Let's say that we had this looking like we wanted. Let's say that we put a logo in the bottom and all of that kind of stuff. So you don't have to save anything here. It's already saved because you worked on it. So
right.
If you go back to your home, no, I didn't change the name on it. So it picked up the first thing on the page. I should probably change it, but it is October. If I go to these three dots here, I can make a copy.
Mm-hmm.
And if I made a copy, then it says copy of, but I could change this to November.
Mm-hmm.
2020, I'm assuming this was 2025. Okay. Patricia, does that give you some ideas?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay. Now, the other thing you can do is you can use one of the other templates that are out there. Okay, so let's say I'm going to go avoid the premium ones, but let's say that you wanted to do, which one do you guys like? I could, let's try, a lot of them are premium, huh? Let's try this. Okay, so it's a template and we're gonna customize this template. Ignore all that other stuff on the right-hand side. So I could use this as well. And remember we uploaded this. I don't know if this is a picture or not. It's not a picture. This is some sort of a background. This is, I don't think we can float it in. Yeah. If it were a picture, like I think this one is a picture. So you could put your newsletter. And you could get rid of this and you could put your logo in here. Like, let's say we did this. Oh, go in there. Ah! Although we probably want this one here. You can maybe see it. No, we need the white one, don't we? But let's say, let's go to brand and let's do the white one. Okay, we're gonna put that up there. Okay. So you can So you can continue to adjust this. You can put other pictures in here, you can put other text in here. So you can use a template like this, and then when you're done, if you want the same page, you can duplicate it like we did with the 20 with the years, or we can just add a page. And this template has blank pages. There are some templates that have multiple pages. And let me go back to, I'm gonna close this out just to show you one other thing. I'm gonna go to templates, I'm gonna go to newsletters. Oops, newsletter? So some of them show multiple pages. I'm trying to see if I can find one that has multiple pages. I don't see a lot of them. Some of them will have like one of two, like this one has two different pages. So you can have your front page and then your back page. You could duplicate either page, but it gives you a starting point for a theme and a look. And you can just float in your images. Patricia, you've got a lot of the stuff you need already because you've already got pictures and stuff like that. So you can make it look the same, or you can use one of these templates to change what it looks like.
Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Andy, somebody's asking what format, once you have your Canva newsletter, what format is it to be sending it out? How do you?
I would download it as a PDF. So let's go to this one, and it's not done, right? But let's go here, and we're going to say download, and we're going to download it as a PDF. I usually use print, and then you're going to get a PDF, and then you can save that to your media library, or because we didn't finish the whole thing, but this is what we did so far. You can attach it in an email. You can put it in your media library and then put it on your website in that way. For instance, we have a newsletter page. Many people have a newsletter page that has the month and the year, and then you have a link to the thing that you've put in the media library. Okay, good. I'm just trying to replicate. About our logos, I have stayed away from changing the colors, not knowing if it's allowed. Isabel's a very great question. So when National introduced the logos, there was actually a branding kit that told us don't change anything. You need to have a certain amount of space around the logo. First of all, they don't police it at all. Second of all, I don't think they have anybody who really pays any attention to that. Remember, they had, more than 100 people, and now they've got 30. So they don't have the resources to do that. I would suggest that you try to keep the logo intact, and try to stay with our color image or something neutral, like one of the colors. So you could change it to all blue.
Sandy, the thing that I read was that they changed the color from blue to red because some people were colorblind and couldn't see the blue.
Yeah, it was the green.
It was the green,
Yeah,
the old green. Yeah. So Sandy, but I like your white one because you're right. I mean, I'm often in the past, before I knew that it was not allowed or you shouldn't be doing it, I was putting the white background behind it on a dark image, so that it would show up. But I like the white logo. And so if it's okay to do that, then I'd rather change it to all white.
Well, nobody has told me not to.
Okay, thank you.
So I asked for forgiveness instead of permission.
Permission? Okay, all right. Yeah, because I've shied away from doing it, so it's.
I think what they're trying to keep the intent intact, and I think
Right.
changing white is still within the intent. I think if you used it as part of another image, I think that would change the intent of what
Exactly.
you're doing. Yeah.
Okay. Thank you.
Cheryl says, is there an easy way in Canva to resize collateral? Yes. Oh my gosh, we only have 3 minutes left. So there absolutely is. And I didn't even get to social media. Oh my gosh, there's just so much. So I'm going to go to some stuff that I've done already rather than create it from scratch. So, so I'm going to share, we did this line dancing thing in Mariposa. And I started out with an Instagram. This is my Instagram image. So it's sized for Instagram. But I wanted to also make a flyer. And so what I did was, this is a fantastic tool, Resize. And so you can resize however you want it. So this is Instagram. Let's say that I wanted to resize it for a Facebook post. You have two options. One is to change the size of the one that you have, and the other is to copy it and resize it, which if you like what you have, you probably want to copy it and resize it. The difference between those two sizes is not dramatic, and then it allows you to open that Facebook posting. But you'll see how the Facebook one is a little bit wider than the Instagram one. And so all I'm going to do is I'm going to move things around.
Did you make the graphic using Canva?
Nope, I stole another social media post. So I said, let me look at social media posts and see if there's anything I like. I hardly ever start from scratch. I almost always start. So if I'm going to go to the create, and I'm going to say, I'm going to create a social media, and I want to do a Facebook post. There are templates here. So I usually look through the template and say, is there anything that I really like here? So I want to do something for our annual meeting. So this one doesn't fit very well, but you have some ideas for how it could look. So you have an image here, and let's say, oh, that's really great, but I want to use one of my own photos. One of my own photos, which is in uploads. I'm not going to use my granddaughter. Okay, so this is from, so this is Donna Holmes. Okay, so I'm going to move her in there. Okay, and then I'm just going to change the text, right? So I'm going to change the date. It's not August 11th, 2025. It's August 11th, 2026 at 10 a.m. I'm going to change this to, we don't have a telephone number because we're virtual. And I'm going to put in, excuse me, our website address. I'm going to say this is Donna. Donna, she's our feature speaker. I'm going to make this a link. And I probably want to change this to AAW. Pardon me. Got a little frog going on here. And then I could put in my logo because it's on white. Where'd you go? Let me get rid of this. Oh, sorry. Got rid of the background. I don't want to do that. I'm going to put this here. I'm going to make it smaller. Okay. So I usually start with somebody else's design, and then I fix what works for me. There's one other thing I have to show you. If you go to the left-hand side, on the very, I think I have to do it from home. You have to check out the design school. design school has all the videos you're ever going to need for how to do this. So we have just barely scratched the surface of what can be done. So you can change the text from just plain old black to a gradient. You can, here's easily create expert videos. So Isabel, you might want to look at that and see if there are any other things. You have a picture that you want to take something out of. You can do that. You have a picture that you want to take the background out of. You can do that. So let's say that I'm going to do, I'm just going to do this. I'm just picking one. And I have a picture. And I have this picture here. And I'm going to set images background. But I want to get rid of all this busy on the back. I'm highlighting the picture and I say magic background or background remover. And voila, it's gone. For any of you who have worked with pictures and have all these different apps that does a background, there used to be a background remover app, and so you go there and you go to all these different places. I can do a magic background and I'm going to say I want a forest. And it will generate a background for me and replace the background that we have here. This was our Mad Hatter fundraiser. I'm not sure I like that. What happened to my picture? Messed up my picture. But anyways,
Can you bring it forward? Is it, I wonder if it's sitting on top of it on layers?
It's a background, so it should be in the back.
Huh.
Sometimes I find that when you do a bunch of stuff,
Yeah.
there is some information that stays in history that kind of gets in the way. So sometimes I close out and restart, especially if I've been working. We made so many changes and it's trying to keep up with me.
Right.
And sometimes some of that history gets in the way. So, but you can change the background on that. So I think we're at the end of our time. We're actually over time. I hope that you got something you could use today.
Thank you.
And if not, I'm sorry. And our next event is how to edit videos. And it's on April 15th at 7 p.m. And I'll be sending out a reminder to that. But you'll be able to join that. And I'm going to use Canva because it's free as one of them. But I also have another video tool that I use that does cost a little bit of money, but it allows you to do much more sophisticated things. So this would be for somebody who's really interested in doing more than chopping off the front of a video and chopping off the back of a video. So as an example, at the annual meeting a couple of years ago, somebody turned their microphone on. It was a meeting instead of a webinar. And so in the middle of the speaker, somebody's voice showed and their face showed. And what I did was overlay a slide that was being spoken to over the person's face. And I took their sound and I reduced it. When we've done speech track videos, sometimes the speech track videos that we got, the sound was very poor and you couldn't hear them, couldn't hear that individual. And on a tool like that, you can take that one person and boost their sound quality, which you can't, which is harder to do in Zoom because Zoom is pretty easy. I mean, you can do a lot of stuff, but those more heavy lifting things are harder to do. So that's in April.
Okay.
So I hope you all have a good evening. And
Thank you. You
All
too.
right.
Thank you. Thank you.
Well, I want to stop the
Yeah,
video.
so
Thank you.
remember to turn it on.